Running into you twice in one day? I'm leading a seriously charmed life.
Good to see you again.
So I guess it's too much to hope that you're following me around Harmony?
Sorry.
I know I couldn't be that lucky.
You know, there's something that I don't understand. You said you just got back into town, so how can you be in charge of this place?
It's a very recent appointment.
You know, you could just be my knight in shining armor.
Why, because I fixed your car? Don't mention it. Anytime you need a new set of spark plugs, I'm your man.
I'll keep that in mind, but my spark plugs are okay. Actually, I had something else in mind.
Well, if it's my heart you're after, you've already got it. Anything else I'll throw in for free.
You know, I hate to pour out my troubles to somebody I barely know, but you already seem like a friend.
Well, whatever you say stays between us.
There's this creep in town who's been really giving me a hard time.
You're a beautiful woman. I can't imagine that this is the first time some jerk's come on to you.
Oh, no, he's not coming on to me. Anyway, if he were, he'd be the last one to get anywhere.
So what do you want me to do to the guy? Challenge him to a duel at dawn? Run him out of town?
If only that were possible.
Well, you make me think anything's possible.
Are you always such a shameless flirt?
Only when I fall desperately in love at first sight.
Does that happen often?
Not often enough. Listen, if I'm gonna slay some dragons for you, the name's Hank.
Hi, Hank.
Wait, let me guess. S.C. I got it. Sue Carter.
Oh, I wish you were right. Why, my life would be a lot easier if I was Sue Carter. No. My name's Sheridan Crane.
As in the Cranes? The ones who own the big house on the hill? And everything else worth owning in Harmony? New England and the rest of the globe?
Guilty.
Hold on a second. Let me get my foot out of my mouth here. I hope you didn't take offense to what I was saying. I was only kidding around.
You act like I'm going to throw you to the tigers for flirting with me because I'm a crane.
Are you?
No. We sold the tigers last week. Now we keep a basement full of boa constrictors for the people in Harmony we don't like. You know, does everyone in this town despise the Cranes?
Not me. I happen to respect your family a lot.
You're in the minority.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time. I know a lot of the locals think your family's tough, but, you know, the way I see it, you can't blame anyone for looking out for their own best interest, poor or rich.
You know what, Hank? You and I might just be able to do business after all. So, I was sentenced to 100 hours of community service here at the youth center.
Sentenced by a judge?
Mm-hmm. This morning in court. It was my punishment for an unbelievably minor traffic mix-up.
Wait a minute. Sheridan Crane was arrested and found guilty of a tiny traffic infraction? How does that work?
You know, not only was it a total misunderstanding, but I even paid for a whole new police cart, and the officer still wanted to crucify me, all because of my last name.
That's not right.
Which is why I'm so grateful to finally meet a reasonable human being for a change.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Look, I was thinking, since you're the director here, maybe we could come to a compromise on something that works for both of us. I can imagine that a place like this could use the money.
Oh, you've got no idea.
Well, look. I have no skills that would be of any help to you here. On the other hand, if I give you enough of a donation to hire someone with skills, plus a little extra, that should cover the terms of my sentence.
I see how you're thinking.
I knew we could work something out. So how much do you think?
You'll have to give me a little time to figure out.
Okay. I'll just go get some coffee, and I'll come back. Thanks, Hank.
Be still, my heart. All right, well, if Luis comes in, will you tell him Hank called? All right, thanks. Bye. What the hell are you doing here? What the hell's it to you?
Oh, it's about time my prodigal brother returned.
Well, you didn't miss me. You were too busy getting promoted. Congratulations on making police chief. Way to go.
That's no big deal.
No, you kidding? You're so high up on the ladder of success, I'm surprised they still got rungs up there. Me, they keep moving the ladder before I get to the first rung.
Well, maybe if you stuck around in one place for a little while, your chances will improve.
Maybe, so has the best wife in the world and those beautiful kids of yours.
Oh, great, Hank. The way they see you.
Is Kay still giving you a run for the money with all her dreams and schemes?
Every time I turn around. You know, she kind of reminds me of someone. Namely, her favorite uncle.
That's my girl. So is, Grace still running her bed and breakfast?
That, running her shop, and about a dozen volunteer committees. I mean, she just doesn't stop.
Well, do you think she's got a room over at the B&B for her black sheep brother-in-law?
Goes without saying. So what have you been doing this past year? I know you had written my daughters a couple of postcards from one or two exotic places, but other than that?
Sorry, I'm a lousy pen pal.
Just get worried if I don't hear from you.
What, are you afraid of getting myself into some kind of trouble?
No, I just think if you're doing well, you're going to stay in touch.
I was just involved in some heavy-duty projects, that's all.
What? Like that hot air balloon team you tried to put together last year?
Yeah, I was this close to making that happen. I mean, I'm glad for those guys that pulled it off, but, you know, that should have been your brother on the 6 o'clock news getting all those commercial endorsements. You'd be richer than Bill Gates by now.
Hank, you're a talented guy. It's just...
Everything I touch goes south. Is that it?
You said it, not me. But look, you're back in town right now. I mean, Harmony's going to be a great place to settle down.
For you, Sam. Hey, I'm just here to build enough of a nest egg to get back out into the big bad world again.
Need a few bucks.
Nah, I'm cool. It's just a loan. Tip my driver.
Yeah, whatever.
You're thinking I haven't changed a bit. But I have. I'm already headed towards success in one small venture since I've been home.
What's that?
Putting together some funding for the youth center here. If I play my cards right, there's going to be a little romance in it for me at the same time.
Luis was just telling me that things are so tight they might have to close the doors unless they get a new grant. Your timing's perfect.
For once.
You didn't tell me where the funding was coming from.
Well, I'd kind of like to break the good news to Luis first, and then I'll tell you. I think you'd be impressed.
I'm already impressed, little brother.
You see that? I'm back in town for a couple hours, and I'm already taking care of things.
Well, it's a nice start. Anyway, your news will boost Luis's spirit.
I didn't know his spirits needed boosting.
Well, I mean, the mayor slapped his hands for something he didn't do. He's having a rough day.
Well, I'll do my best to cheer him up.
I'll tell Grace to send her to a place at the dinner table tonight.
No, not tonight, Sam. I'm hoping to grab a bite over at the Lobster Shack.
Well, you're going to need more than that 20 bucks. Prices are pretty steep.
No problem. I went to school with Fred, the owner. He'll front me for a nice dinner for two.
Yeah, you haven't changed a bit, have you?
Is that a problem for you, Sam?
No. No, look, it's just good to have you back. You know, let's forget about the past and make a new start. What do you say?
Fine by me. It's good to be back. Got a feeling my luck's gonna change for the good. You got away with kids, too.
They just liked my perfume. So, have you decided how much my community service is worth to you?
Look like you're in a hurry.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting out of this neighborhood. I ran into that creep I told you about next door.
You should have whistled. I would have come running and taught the weasel a lesson.
That's okay. I think I got through to the weasel myself. I'm pretty sure it's the last I'll see of him. So how much did I make the check out for?
Well, I got a confession to make. I'm not the director.
But you said that...
I know, I was left in charge until the real director gets back. He's the guy you want to talk to. You like him. He's a nice guy. Here he is now.
You